Hey everyone, my name is Jessie Hyatt, and today I will be presenting my quantitative methods project examining the effect of shopping type on average purchase amount. In the study, I used a one-way between groups ANOVA to determine whether customer spending differed between in-store, online, and pop-up shopping experiences. And let me explain that a little bit better here on the next slide. So the introduction, the background. What made me choose this topic was I am currently, of course, in the IDD program, getting my PhD, but I'm a stay-at-home mom. I have two little ones, and my kind of side gig to kind of get out of the house is I work for a friend of mine, and she owns a boutique, and she is thinking about selling the boutique. So I thought this would be an interesting opportunity to kind of dive into her sales reports, I guess you could say. So I wanted to see if she did better online at pop-ups or in-store, because my idea, if I bought the boutique, was to do it strictly online instead of paying rent for a brick and mortar, an in-store. So that's kind of the background there. A little bit more specific is boutiques. We also often sell through multiple shopping channels, including in-store, online, pop-up, as I mentioned before. And then it helps us to understand, how the spending differs across shopping types. It can help us improve things like our marketing strategies, inventory decisions, and then event planning. The research question that I proposed for this study was, does shopping type affect the average purchase amount per transaction? The independent variable that I chose was shopping type, and then it had three groups, which was in-store, online, pop-up. And then my dependent variable was purchase amount per transaction, and then that was in dollars. And my hypothesis was that the average purchase amount would significantly differ based on shopping type. The data for the study came from transaction records from my boutique business, or my friend's the boutique I work at. Each row in the data set represented one customer transaction and its corresponding purchase amount. So in my data set, one customer could have purchased multiple things. I just have the total there. And I pulled all of this from an app called Shopify. That's the platform that we use. And so it gave me a lot of different information that I didn't really need. So I kind of had to narrow it down to what I did need. And then the final sample that I included was 144 transactions total, with 66 being in-store, 38 online, and then 40 pop-up. Something I will say about that, I only pulled for 3 weeks and only one pop-up event, and that was recent. So, it wasn't like I did it over the Christmas holidays. So maybe, I'll talk about this in a minute, but that could be something for future research. And then the level of significance for the study was set, of course, at alpha equals 0.05. The results. Okay, so descriptive statistics showed that in-store purchases had the highest average purchase amount, which I kind of assumed, but I was really looking more so between in-store and I guess the pop-up event. But anyway, in-store had the highest average purchase amount with a mean of about $90. Pop-up purchase had the second highest average with a mean of approximately $68, while our online purchases had the lowest average purchase amount of about $27, which was a little bit discouraging knowing the business plan that I had for the boutique. But again, I only pulled for a certain amount of weeks. So before conducting the ANOVA, assumptions were evaluated. The independence was assumed because each transaction represented a separate purchase. The histograms and QQ plots showed some departures from normality. I did a Levine's test for homogeneity variance, and it was significant, meaning the equal variances could not be assumed. So because of this, I did a Games Howell post hoc instead of the Tukey post hoc. And the one-way ANOVA revealed a statistically significant effect of shopping type on purchase amount. And you can see there we have F2 degrees of freedom 101 equals 9.96. P is less than 0.001 with an eta squared of 0.124. The post hoc comparison showed that in-store purchases were significantly higher than online purchases, and pop-up purchases were also significantly higher than online purchases. However, this is kind of interesting, there was no significant difference between in-store and pop-up purchases. So that point was encouraging. Because, I thought maybe if I could do more pop-ups instead of just having strictly in-store. But overall, the shopping type significantly affected customer spending. So the results suggest that customers tend to spend more money when shopping in-store or at pop-up events compared to online shopping. One possible explanation is that physical shopping environments may encourage impulse purchases or provide a more engaging shopping experience than online shopping. So I feel there were several limitations to this study. The data came from only one boutique business, and some extreme purchase values were present in the data set. In addition, there were other factors such as promotions, customer demographics, or seasonal shopping trends were not measured. Like I said, this pop-up event was only one, and I didn't do it, during any sort of seasonal holiday or anything like that. It was just one that we had. Despite these limitations, the study does provide useful insight into customer shopping behaviors and may help boutique businesses make decisions about marketing, inventory, and event planning. I think future research could examine larger samples, multiple boutiques, and additional customer characteristics that may influence spending. We do have a lot of repeat customers in our boutique. Okay, and that's it. So any questions that you have can be emailed to me, and you see my email there. Thank you.